Previously on Imagine Dungeons.
We are in the hold of a ship belonging to the Blood Drunks.
You kind of realize a pain that you've been feeling on your wrist. There is a sort of insignia that looks like a shark tooth almost.
Are we the only ones in here?
No, there's an old man, 3 goblins, 2 half-elves.
We were captured. We had a group who was searching for some treasure.
A bald human kind of clambers down the steps.
The captain said that I'd like you to join him for dinner.
Let's make some soup.
Soon you'll have a chance to prove your loyalty. But first things
Captain
first.
Vance. More like Crapton. Got him in one, kiddo. You're a vampirate.
Fiddlesticks says, "What?"
Soup just pouring out of your...
Yes, I was going to say.
The captain slides a napkin over to Fiddles. He's like, that's right. And it won't be long until you're part of the crew.
No.
You've been marked. It's a little bit too late for that.
What do you mean?
It's just, I think what my friend is trying to say is when we say part of the crew, you mean under the banner of a vampirate, or a couple tiny scars on our neck kind of vampirate?
Well, first you'll be a thrall. Food for the rest of the ship. After you've proven yourselves, you'll join as one of us. And if you're good, and you stay true to the cause, soon you might even be captain like yours truly.
So food? He just said food for the rest of the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Blood is a renewable resource.
Honestly, environmental vampirate. I love that, how environmentally conscious he is. He gets into his Prius. Don't forget to recycle and compost before you leave.
Yeah, I did just do a Prius sound effect. That's why you did it. So that's why. I just want to make sure it was a dead on Prius just now.
I want to check to see if Glint would know anything about the mark of a vampire.
Okay.
I want to know if Glint would have come across any texts or readings about I was marked by a vampire, but I did this and I'm cured, or I managed to absolve myself of that mark. What can I roll for that, please? I want to roll my dice.
Roll an Arcana check.
I have a +5 to Arcana. I was hoping you would say that.
Ridley would not know enough to even think about this.
That is a 5 + 5. So 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know that this is
He's just
atypical.
what a cool tattoo.
This is atypical of vampires in general. This is
okay.
Probably not what is going to turn you into a vampire.
No. That actually is not going to work for me. So what do I do about that? What do you want to do here at what I would believe we would call, similar to the crucifix here, an impasse?
Well, as a prisoner, I suppose you could always die.
Okay, option 1. I love options. Keep going.
He's the only pirate in here?
Uh-huh.
It's the 6 of us and him. Okay.
Yeah, hey, while this is happening, can Fiddlesticks slowly sneak off of the stool and start to unscrew one of the legs of the stool?
Probably be a little obvious to... you go below the table basically when you step off your stool. You can try.
Do I need to roll for something?
Roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Got it.
Or deception with disadvantage.
I think they're the same for me. Let me double check. Yeah, they're the same either way. You have a preference?
It depends how you're doing it. If you're just like quietly trying to sleep.
Yeah, I think it's just the most like pretend going down an elevator type vibe. Just like- that's a 22.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
As you like sink below the table, the captain. It's okay, little one. It's not so bad. But he seems to kind of be thinking that you're just sulking.
Oh. Yeah, no, I like to process things in private. I don't like people to look at me while I ponder on the end of my mortal life. So I'm going to do that under this table and nothing else. That's all
Makes
I'm doing.
sense to me.
Well, now that we're past the whale shark in the room, I will be sending you for your first test, which will be with your good pal Leadhead into some ruins to find some gold. And nothing else, just lots and lots of gold that the goblins down below told us about.
Not suspicious at all.
You do say, like, if we do well, you're going to make us a vampire. So if we do good on this, we become vampires or we become pirates? I need to understand this.
Well, I sort of think as a pirate as a state of mind. And a vampire is a state of being. And if you prove to be loyal, we'll make you a full-fledged vampire, but you'll have to choose whether or not to be a pirate.
Fiddles is frantically poking Ridley's kneecap with this unscrewed leg of a stool from underneath the table and just like waving it at his hand underneath the table.
Okay. Ridley's going to try and grab this in a quiet fashion from Fiddlesticks.
Fiddles, are you holding the chair upright now?
No, I just sort of laid it down on its side.
Oh, the chair?
It's
okay.
a stool. It's this tiny stool.
Yeah.
It's tall like a bar stool, right?
Yeah.
Look, you let me roll, man. That's on you.
Yeah. No, I'm not regretting anything. So, it looks like we'll arrive there in, I don't know, about an hour or so.
So do I have the chair leg?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would like to hit Captain Vance in like the face and mouth area with it.
Yes, that's a good spot to start.
All right. We can roll for initiative.
Here it goes.
First one.
An 11 for Sue. Oh, 2 11s, twins.
Right, we're the same.
Oh.
19 for Ridley.
I rolled a 9 for initiative, but I'm not showing up in the turn order. Do you want me to just re-roll, Gage?
I can add you manually here. Okay, that is. And then Davey goes on technically right after your turn, you use a bonus action to tell him to do anything. If you don't,
Great.
he will automatically dodge.
Great.
Okay, that is... All right, sounds great. Ridley, you can make your attack.
Okay, so is this an unarmed strike? Or
This is going...
a claws attack?
It'll have basically the same amount of damage as a claws attack, so you can roll that.
Okay. Yeah, as a sea turtle, Ridley also has claws as an option.
With a 14, when you swing at Captain Vance, he seems to like supernaturally sense it coming and he just catches the table leg.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
That is not going to hit.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't want to do anything else, I don't think. Making sure.
Ridley sits down and folds his hands.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I'll do right now.
On Captain Vance's turn, he's going to like slowly move the chair leg down to your side and just look you in the eyes, Ridley, and be like, "Are you sure we want to do this?"
I am not sure that we want to.
And he like looks to the rest of the room and says like, "Any others?"
I'm still a little confused as to what's going on here.
What a frustrating moment. Sorry, Fiddles. We tried.
Fiddles has returned to his seat that now only has 3 legs and is just trying to balance while sitting on it. Like, I don't even know what happened. How do we get here? I think we're gonna call this one a swing and a miss.
That's a 14. Yeah, that's tough.
I don't have any weapons. I was counting on us just to make it work, you know?
The captain rolled like a perception to see if he could tell that Fiddles is on still has missing a leg, and he did not. So,
Idiot.
I brought this leg from home.
This is my own personal barstool leg.
It was my carry-on.
Donnie, if you are basically the deciding factor on whether this stops right now or not.
Donnie sees that happen, and he's just like, it's tough to turn down a lot of gold. So, yeah. And he just kind of like had his flute, and he's just like kind of like putting it to the side. And he is forfeiting his turn. He's not about this. He's kind of like, let's go on this mission.
Then we're going to end the turn order there.
That's probably a good idea.
And Captain Vance smiles, and you can see he's got big old fangs on his canines.
Oh, yes.
Big ols, dude.
And, well, I'm glad we could resolve this peacefully.
Yeah, we have not. I'm just kind of outnumbered here.
Finish your supper, and then Leadhead will be waiting for you with the goblins on the deck.
Fiddlesticks says, wait. One final question.
Yes?
Are you going to finish your soup?
He, gestures to the pot, which is still, half full.
Head first, baby. Just dive.
Glint's pretty unsure of this dinner after how much everybody down in the jail has talked about dinner, and you'll feel different after dinner. Dinner's going to change everything for you. So Glint hasn't eaten any of this soup.
Yeah, I think Ridley's the same.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice and am crushed?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That's a 10 plus 3, 13.
Oh, man.
It depends if
I have been pushing the soup around to make it look like I've eaten some.
You didn't even take a thank you bite, dude?
Are Ridley or Glint hiding it that they're not eating the soup?
No.
I mean, Glint's sporks and Davy's sporks are still making a lowercase t on the table. So he definitely hasn't eaten any of this.
Yeah, I was trying to hit the captain in the face.
And I've been sitting here the whole time.
So you definitely notice, and you can also tell that, or you at least think that Ridley was more caught up in the moment, and you can also tell that Glint is just terrified.
All right, if this was one of the Telltale games, you'd see a little Sue will remember that.
Sue will
pop
up. Davy's trying though.
Hey,
puts
that's
a
all I want,
finger
actually.
in the soup and is like,
Okay.
That makes my heart happy.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Fiddlesticks. If Fiddlesticks is not getting sick from this food, I will eat before we go.
Well, to be fair, the amount that Fiddlesticks has eaten might have more to do with the illness than anything else. Is there...
Constitution save.
Got it. Good thing I'm incredibly strong and powerful.
You're good. You could honestly probably go for another bowl or two.
And I do.
What did you roll? 17?
That is a 17, yes. It's a 15 plus 2.
Okay, I'm going to eat, not to be rude, because this is
Big same. Donnie's eating.
Do you want that to go?
Doggy bags.
No,
for
I'm
soup.
set. I appreciate it. I'm fine.
Yeah, if you got some sort of camelback for
We figured out the secret to plastic. I feel a bit conflicted about it, though.
Soup in a camelback is a federal crime.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
You can't do that. That's awful.
Just like a dripping leather sack.
Just think about hot soup coming out.
and how thick the straw needs to be. It's like boba.
Yeah, potato soup she's chunky.
Straw's made of bamboo.
Well, you finish your soup.
I don't, to be clear.
Okay.
Glint does not eat the soup.
All the
And the captain, on his way out of his quarters, touches the little statue he has near the door on the head, and then walks into his quarters, his like private rooms.
I want to see if I recognize that statue. What is that a statue of?
Roll a history check.
I have a +5 to history, so that is a 20 plus 5.
Crit.
Another crit.
That's a statue of me.
You know this to be bought at Pier 1 Imports, and it is
During the fall sale.
loose translation of Buddha.
Sold at World Market in the fall of 2007 for the price of $4.99.
This is a statue of one of the most notorious pirates, who was commonly known as Cannon Fist.
Oh, sick. That's really extremely badass.
You know that his actual given name, not under the moniker, is Tim Dragonsbane, who gained his legend by hunting down the dragon who killed his wife.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Liam Neeson basically is who this statue is.
Mm-hmm. It's Pirate Liam Neeson. You guys wrap up here. The goblins kind of slowly enter the dinner room here, or the dining room. And one of them looks at the pot on the table and says, "Is that available for everyone? Is this a common soup bowl?"
Sue's just gonna light up and start scooping. Not even gonna answer, just scooping and serving.
Fiddlesticks starts to go around and says $5 or 5 gold per bowl.
5 gold.
That's gonna be 5 gold per bowl. It's worth every drop worth 5 gold a bowl. Everybody.
Holmes sees you and is like, "Well, actually, when we get the gold from the place, I owe you."
And I will remember.
Ridley has mentally made a note that Fiddlesticks shows early promise to work at the Fontina Marina. Should we ever get out of this?
Yeah, both of them don't even go for a spork. They just are head first into the bowl, guzzling it down. The two of them kind of turn. Like, "Oh, great chef. We have something to share with you. We heard talk of escaping this dreadful place. We happen to know of a secret magical item that is down below the keep. Now, I'm not sure quite what it is, but I've heard that it could summon something powerful, maybe something powerful enough to cover an escape route."
I think Sue is very torn because this is a job where lots of people are enjoying their cooking. Am I the only one that hears this? Yeah. Oh, yes. That part is not clicked yet. I'm still it's my new job. Am I the only one that hears that they're talking directly to me?
Let me see. They're going to make a stealth check, and they're going to get a 9. So anybody nearby, probably Fiddles hears, at least.
They're like doing like how kids whisper.
Uh-huh.
There's a secret.
Yes. I have to tell you something. I'm trying to think how Sue would respond.
Yeah, Fiddles is playing this aloof, like as though none of this is coming in, but listening to every word.
Okay. I don't know if Sue would like take the bait. Or maybe let me say this. I'm not sure I want to leave. I mean, I just started. You can't quit on day 1, right?
Okay, but if we find this, it would be nice if you did not share. We will try to keep you safe.
I love it. New best friends. I'm here for it.
Meek grabs another bowl of soup and walks out with it.
That's another 5G.
You should have asked for the refill bowl.
Bottomless.
For 8G. Okay, so we're not taking the magical escape route?
Well, it's somewhere below the deck. We don't know.
Below the abbey, the ruins that
you guys are going to.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
That changed it. I thought it was on the boat.
On the ship. Yeah, me too.
Same.
Okay.
Outside the cabin, Leadhead is standing there waiting. He has like his adventuring gear on, so some armor and a big old club. And he's brought the pot up with your stuff. Yeah, sorry, I might have mixed up some of this stuff. I just kind of threw everything in here.
Fiddlesticks sprints faster than you've ever seen a halfling move to grab and hug the bag of ball bearings.
The sack?
Yes. Fiddlesticks grabs the sack and holds it tight and just whispers, "Oh my God, I never thought I'd see you again."
Johnny definitely grabs the stuff and makes sure that everything's tuned and ready to go.
Glint walks over to the cauldron, the bucket, and picks up his crossbody, his like satchel, and then he has one gauntlet that goes on his left hand.
Yep, Ridley will tighten up his tie a little bit and then grab a trident, a dagger, and a glaive. And the little like backpack thing that they slide into.
Amazing.
And then Sue will take from the kitchen one of the meat tenderizers. You know what I'm talking about? And just slide it into the little loop on their apron.
Yes.
Cool.
The boat is docked to the shore, and you can see a ruined abbey kind of up a path. And if everybody's ready to go, then get the show on the road.
In the immortal words of Mario, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Just one moment with Captain Vance to be like, "Hey, screw you, man.
Like on the way off the boat.
This is very bad, not good.
You'll change your attitude soon enough, or die.
You can change my shorts."
Fiddlesticks whispers to Captain Vance on the way down the gangplank, "Hey, just be careful. I heard there's vampires on this boat." Keeps on walking.
Yeah, you can tell as you leave the boat that there's a crew of at least 30 up on the deck, just kind of stepping onto land and stretching, and sure it's a relief to stand on firm ground after a while. So they're taking advantage of it while they can.
Are we to assume that this is happening at night because vampires can't be out during the daylight?
Thank you. I was curious about that.
I'm wondering.
At this point in time, it is like the sun is going down.
Okay.
But Captain Vance did go out during the day.
Yeah, it was like a work day, right? Okay.
And so something is definitely afoot, at least.
He's a daywalker. He's Wesley Snipes, probably.
That's
Most
probably
likely.
right.
I solved it. I mean, did I win? The pirate captain is played by Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, good job. You're going to level up 17 times.
Yeah.
And then we'll call it a game.
Where's the roll credits button?
Roll for credits.
Roll for credits.
You can see from where you are, this abandoned abbey. It's been abandoned for a while, you can tell, as the toppled walls stand at sort of decreasing angles. You can tell these pillars must have once been soaring, but have since collapsed on themselves. It's crushed the structure with their weight. There's stained glass that's shattered in piles, and the wind is howling through those windows. And there are massive doors that were banded with iron, but now hang askew on rusted hinges. And as you walk towards these open gates, you see a massive two-headed giant sitting in a little bit off to the side of the entryway. One of the heads is following a fly that circles around the other head. You can smell the musk from here. It stinks.
Is it good?
And the other head is like robotically scanning the room back and forth, but seems to be completely ignorant of the fly that's flying around his eyebrows at this point. And there's a door directly across from the entryway, and there are some barrels that something like a terrible smell is coming from.
Got it.
And can you remind us, what is our goal on this island?
Leadhead is with you guys, and the goblins are behind him. And he's like, Boss just wants us to get the gold. It's somewhere in here, right? Mace?
And the goblin's like, it's Mace. But yes, there's gold here, certainly, and nothing else. Not even a little bit.
And Leadhead's like, okay, you heard the guy.
As we're making our way into this space, Mariah, where is Sue? Is Sue sort of like middle of the pack, like towards the back of this group as we're walking in?
Yeah, Sue's definitely a follower.
Okay.
And so looking to leadership. So either right behind Leadhead or Ridley, whoever feels more powerful in the moment.
Okay, so Fiddlesticks kind of falls in right next to Sue and is like uncharacteristically pretty serious and just kind of leans over and says, hey, I heard those goblins mention the escape and it seemed like you weren't super interested. What's going on?
Well, I just started my job. It's brand new. You cannot quit on your first day. And I really just want to make a good impression, like let's get this done. I'm ready.
Yeah, you always have seemed, well, I mean, in the short time I've known you, you've always seemed like the kind of person who takes their job really seriously. Have you ever considered that surviving might be more important than employment?
I think Sue will crinkle their eyebrows a little bit. I don't know if Sue has any big feelings about becoming a vampire or not. But if we do become vampires, then I could, in theory, cook forever.
And ever.
Let me tell you something. That's insane. And I like it. Keep that up. Does this whole thing freak you out like it freaks me out?
No. Nope.
Me neither. I'll see you in there.
Okay. So Ridley gets a lay of the land, sees the old giant. I am curious, like, as we move into the room, have they seen us?
One of them is so transfixed on this fly that he is like completely unaware of anything else. And the other one who's just like looking back and forth as you get closer, you see that his eyes are closed.
Okay.
Huh.
I mean, we could just kind of go straight through and see what happens.
Oh, man.
What are y'all thinking?
Can I kind of meander over to the stinky barrels and do an investigation check, please?
Yeah.
That is a 19.
Yeah, with a 19, that is more than enough.
Classic.
They
fiddle.
stink. They stink, and you can tell.
This is it, guys.
Take your sword and kind of like push one of the lids a little bit more open, and you can see that this was once a whole bunch of like. They thought they would preserve these fruits and veggies, but they have just liquefied and gotten all nasty since.
Gotcha.
They're almost ready.
Are any of the things in the barrel pick upable, or is it just kind of sludge? Like, is there any like distinct pieces of things in the barrel, or is it just?
I mean, like you could pick it up.
Okay.
It's just not like a pleasant experience, I would say.
Okay. I think we should try to distract the two-headed giant. I would like to try to distract the two-headed giant because I'm not confident that his eyes are not going to just like snap awake when we try to walk past him. Can I, with magical tinkering, can I infuse this pile of rotten fruit to play a pre-recorded message?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry, Stinky can't get to the phone right now.
Okay. I'm gonna infuse this pile of rotten fruit, and it's I'm going to make the message. It can be up to 6 seconds long, so somebody time me. I'm going to make the message be like,
you who giants 1 and 2 sharing a body but not heads, you should come over here and leave where you're sitting, please.
That goes off right now, or
no, I'm sitting that message in it, and then I want to throw that. I want to throw that past the giants if I can.
Why say it when you could make something else say it for a spell slot?
Okay, two things happened.
Yeah.
The first is you infuse this barrel.
Yes.
And
I
realize
infused
that it's
the pile of fruit that I
the
pulled out
pile
of the
of
barrel.
fruit.
Yes.
okay. So it's just like a handful of
fruit mush.
trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of nudge the barrel when you go over there, and Fiddles, with your 19 on the investigation, you can see that there's like a hidden door in the stone wall behind one of those barrels.
Yes. Yes, very good. Okay, what would I need to roll to like check that situation out?
What are you trying to see?
I'd like to see if there is a way, an obvious way to open the door.
You could roll another investigation check to see.
Okay.
You can roll with advantage since you already spotted it, though. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No need, pimp.
With a critical
Match.
total of 23, you notice quickly that one of the brakes is loose.
Okay.
And you imagine if you push it in, it'll slide open.
Okay, so Fiddles is going to kind of like casually walk over to Glint and like sort of sidle up and side mouth, just like, hey, I know it seems like you got a thing going on, and it seems like I got a thing going on too. What do you say we combine our two things?
That would be. Glint's gagging because the fruit is so mushy. He absolutely hates the feeling of it. Yes, I would much prefer to do that.
Fiddlesticks interrupts Glint and is just like, if you don't want to work together, just say so.
No, let me put the fruit down and then. Yes, I believe we should partner up.
Okay, so here's what I think we should do. I think that we should open this door.
And that's the whole part of your plan. Whole
It'll
plan.
make a hole, yeah. It's going to make a hole.
Great,
And then
excellent.
we'll go through it.
Excellent. Yes.
I knew you and I were going to
it's-
make a great team.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's not much, but it's better than throwing fruit mush at a two-headed giant. And I'll take what I can get.
Brother, that is my middle name.
Fruit bush.
No, not much, but better than throwing. Yeah.
I want to help him open it.
Do we need to move a barrel?
You will need to move one of these barrels.
Okay.
If everyone is like kind of following in a single file line.
Okay, Fiddlesticks gestures at our two big guys, but like so subtle. Just like, huh?
Donnie would pick up on this too.
For sure.
I'll move the barrel that's in the way.
Would you?
Yeah, sure. Not a big deal here. Just Donnie moves the barrel.
While he's doing that, Glint turns to Fiddles and is like, you know what? I get the feeling that you might like to go first. Would you like to go first through the little hole we're making in the wall?
That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
What is he carrying? What do you have on your person right now?
Hopes and dreams, baby. No, I've got just in general, I've
Ball
got
bearings.
thieves tools, a disguise kit, a dice set. and
Are
then
your
I've
ball
got-
are your ball bearings out like
Careful
in a
now.
bag?
How dare you?
Are they like in a bag? Like are they tucked in your pack?
Yeah, let's call it like tied to my waist, essentially.
Okay.
They're not going anywhere, but they're
Okay.
easily accessible at all times.
Okay. I don't know what we're gonna find on the other side of this. I would like to, Jordan, with your permission, I want to
Sure.
infuse the ball bearings with light as part of magical tinkering. It'll emit like a 5-foot radius of light, and now you'll have a
Sick.
glowing bag of ball bearings.
Can I instead pulse like a handful out and you just infuse what's in my hand so that way we can keep more for later?
Sure. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'll take that. So those are well. So Gage, are we regarding the ball bearings as a collective group? Because I can infuse up to 3 things at a time, but I think 3 little ball bearings is kind of lame. Can we just do
You
it
could
as a
just
group?
do one.
Okay.
One is fine.
Yeah. So you have
Cool.
one glowing ball bearing.
Cool.
This is a good time to ask Who has dark vision on their character?
I was curious about that
I
too.
do.
I have dark vision.
Donnie does.
Not me.
Yeah, I don't have that either.
Oh, I don't think I have that at all. No.
Here's what we'll do with the ball bearings. You can infuse the bag, and each one can like be held as a little light.
Okay, cool.
So you can just like pass out a couple
Sick.
beads to those who don't have dark vision.
I love that.
Glint infuses the bag and then kind of just like pats Fiddles on the shoulder.
Gage, I have a little bit of like gameplay question because we're recording stuff, but then we're also looking at a map. So how much should we like, I want to see like, what's this box? But maybe you're going to always tell me audibly what's important in the room. And that's just like there for flavor. Does that make sense? Because I don't want to add stuff that you have no intention of adding.
What about this cobblestone and this one?
You're right. That the like stuff that's there for flavor is also for like if you're ever looking around the room and you're like, oh, I could use that for this. If I don't mention it, that's what it's there for.
Okay. So Ridley sees what the group is doing and is super here for it. He's been kind of watching the giant. I'm curious Ridley is very curious what's in the door in front of us to just like make sure that we understand. And so I think he's going to say like, hey, secret doors are always better. Somebody who is smaller than me, could we just put an ear to this door and figure out what's going on the other side before we dive through the hole here?
Sue is not sneaky, but will absolutely volunteer to do this. Sue is just ready to do what is told.
And Ridley is just kind of like aimed at this giant, like won't turn his back to it to make sure y'all are safe.
Love it.
I got you, Chef, behind. And she's going to kind of wiggle herself behind. Would that be, do you want me to roll stealth?
First roll stealth.
I do have disadvantage on this, so you're welcome, y'all.
Perfect. And then you can roll a perception check afterwards to listen for the door.
That is, with disadvantage, a 9.
The fly lands on the head that has its eyes closed, and the other one like smacks it in the forehead. The other head in the forehead, and it opens its eyes like, "Whoa, oh look, we have some visitors."
Sue's just gonna walk her way back. Just sorry.
Guys, I think we got this all wrong. They seem nice.
Okay. I don't think that's true.
I don't know who they are. I've never seen these before. That one has a little lamp on its head.
Glint reaches over and like kind of pushes Davy behind him.
Could the giant fit through the secret door?
No.
Could I fit through the secret door?
Yes. You can like squeeze through it. These giants for sure, or this giant could for sure not fit through.
I think we gotta go.
Blast off, baby.
I think so.
Okay, Fiddles bolts for the loose brick in the wall and just slams palm first into the loose brick.
All right, the door opens, revealing a pretty short hallway with another door on the other side.
I'm in the hallway.
Let's go.
Following behind.
I'll go last.
I'm at the end of the
big
mission already.
Donnie didn't mind going early because of dark vision.
This one is called Loose Brick Skip. What you're gonna want to do is sit yourself up here and take off all your armor.
In that next room, well, I guess first, as you guys like all run into the hallway, the giant is like, I guess I didn't want to chat.
It was nice.
I think as we rush into this room and like close the door behind us, we can hear muffled from the other room one of the stinky piles of mushy fruit start to be like,
Hey, Giants, you should come over here. Come over where you're supposed to be. Come over here.
Are they just big footsteps?
This room is clearly a place that used to be a prison cell. You're unfortunately familiar with this. there's a broken bed in the corner of the room, and there is a locked jail door right here.
Got it.
But you can see through the bars, and it seems to be just like a long hallway that you can see where it bends, and then there's another jail door on the opposite side of the hallway from you.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we got to go in the hallway, right? There's nothing in the room for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we
Can
need
I
to
do
roll
a-
perception or
Yeah,
anything?
like perception in here, or is it really empty?
If anybody's looking around real quick, you could roll a perception check. If you're taking your time, make an investigation check, and you'll be like at the back of the line.
I'm just going to do perception.
I'm going to do a perception check as well.
I rolled an 18 plus 3.
15 plus 3.
I rolled a
There's
20
a
plus
nat 20 for Doge.
Another crit.
another crit plus 2.
Nice. Okay.
Glintwood can see the spirits that were imprisoned here.
Fiddles isn't even sure if this is a room.
I'm worse.
Wait, you crit. Wait, did Donnie crit fail?
Yes.
Done
Yeah.
with this.
Oof.
Donnie
Yeah.
crit fail.
Yeah, so those of you so I guess Ridley, Sue, and Glint, you guys walk into the room, pretty much immediately see that above the bed, there's like a scratching in the ceiling, the stone above where I guess where the roof is. It says, I hear them crawling beneath the floor. When will they come for me?
Oof.
I do not like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Guys, the roof says, I hear them crawling beneath the floor. When will they come with me? And I don't like that. It says that up there.
Glint, you see that, and your eyes kind of go to the floor as you are processing this, and you see there's a little metallic shimmer underneath the bed.
I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees and check out what that metallic shimmer is.
We know this boy likes metal.
You pull it out. It's a little brass key.
Huh.
Hey now.
Put it in my pocket.
Perfect.
And then I kind of put my hand over my pocket and I look at Fiddles to make sure he didn't see me do that.
His hand's already in there a little bit.
As you grab the key, I've just laid my hand over your hand and followed it to your pocket.
Glint, you look at this key for a moment, and you're reminded why you went to Cliffscrape in the first place. You remember stepping foot in a bank that never fails to amaze you. The dwarves really have blown your mind with the way that they are able to work stone. There's carvings in the walls of like their ancient history, and for someone like you, it's almost paradise. And you think like maybe one day you could leave something like this behind. Behind you, Davy is kind of whirring with excitement. You're walking away from the teller because you deposited your gold. It's your duty. You're a good son. And you start to make your way out of the bank. You've put good into the world. Hopefully you get some good out of it. And you go looking for a specific merchant through the bustling marketplace.
I stand in the middle of the market, and I just start to call out. First kind of quiet and then a little bit louder. Crag. I'm here to meet Crag. I'm here to meet Crag. And he just keeps getting louder and louder and louder.
Davy behind you is kind of like mirroring you. He's like,
Gosh, Davy's a dog.
It's the best.
and after a little bit, you see like a hooded goblin peek out of an alleyway.
Heard you're looking for Crag.
Yes. I saw Crag's list, and there was a listing for an item that
Oh my God.
I should very much like to purchase it. Can you take me to them? Crag.
I'm dead.
You here for the holographic golden velociraptor card?
Yes,
The listing said the ultra rare mint condition, first edition, holographic, solid gold, Forge Fighter card for sale only, cash only, no trade, local pickup only, serious offers only. If the listing is still up, is still available. Do not contact with unsolicited offers. And so I'm here about that one.
Yes. Did you bring the payment?
Glint at this moment kind of feels guilty, but he's like, yes, I brought all the gold you asked for. A lot of gold, by the way, but I got it. I brought it.
The goblin extends his hand and says, I'm Crag. It's great to meet you. And in his other hand, you see that he pulls out a scroll. He's like, I'm glad that you got the list. And he like kind of beckons you into the alleyway.
I follow him.
In the alleyway, Crag takes you into a small little, just like rundown apartment. And he's like, here's the card. And pulls out a small chest, like a little handheld chest. And he pulls out a key and unlocks it. And then inside is a smaller chest. And he pulls out and unlocks it. And then pulls out the card that has been like magically sealed. It's a beauty, isn't it?
Glint starts to tear up a little bit. And he says, yes, it really is beautiful.
I'm sorry, fellow, but it's not going home with you.
I brought the gold, though. I saw your ad in the list. I read the list. I received the list in the mail, and I responded to the ad positively. You said, you did say that if it was still available, that I would be able to take it home if I brought the gold in hand. I brought the gold. I don't think I understand. It needs to go home with me. I brought the gold for it.
He looks at you, and you could swear it's almost remorse in his eyes. He's like, sorry, kid. And his eyes look past you.
I look over my shoulder to see if I can see what he's looking at.
There is a large, bald pirate. You can tell by his clothes, and it's almost like he got this outfit from one of the Forge Fighters arts, and he is holding Davy.
No.
You're coming with me. Sorry, guy.
I don't know who you are, but you need to put him down right now. Let him go.
I'll put him down, but you gotta come with me.
Anything. I will do anything you ask. Let him go.
Okay, first you gotta put on these socks.
All right. And he slips his shoes off and his socks and puts on the socks that the bald man gave him.
Okay, follow me. I'll set him down when we get to our destination.
And like he's kind of holding Davy like a baby and putting little socks on his robot feet.
Robo socks.
You follow who you now know is Leadhead until you go up the stairs of a pirate ship. It's funny, earlier you could have sworn that you saw someone who looked like one of the first Forge Fighter cards you ever opened. Like a traveling northern bard walk up these very steps. And you walk in to the cell. He sets Davy down gently on the floor. And you do indeed see this character right out of your cards, passed out on the floor. You see a little confused halfling and a turtle wearing a tie as he locks the cell behind you.
Damn.
Man, the fact that I'm so ready to buy cards right now.
What you didn't know is that someone had been tracking you for a while. And as you left the bank, someone was on the rooftops, keeping his eye on you. Perched on a rooftop, nothing escaped his eyes. About 15 minutes ago, half-elf, followed by small warforged, entered the Dwarven Bank.
and aware that he deposited 55 gold like he does every month. Soon it'll be time to strike. Your pockets will be full. In the busy market, you see an orc paraded past by some guards. Fiddles, what do you think about seeing an orc? Is this your first time? I know you were new to the city.
Yeah, this has been an experience seeing basically anybody that's not a halfling or occasionally just a random human roll through town. So leaving and being on the road in the big city, this is my first time experiencing a lot of different cultures and things. So yes, this would be my first orc, and I am just in awe at the specimen. And I think Fiddles would kind of whistle to himself and just like, boy, I'm not sure what's more impressive, the big dude or the big nerd.
As you wait for the half elf to leave the bank, are you doing anything on the rooftops? Are you wanting to blend in the marketplace? What is your goal here?
Fiddles, from the rooftop of the marketplace, has clearly spied like a produce stand pretty near the entrance to the bank, and is currently doing the calculus in his brain of like, could I get down there and nab me an apple before this half elf gets back out of this bank? And I think the answer is yes. So Fiddles will sort of scale down the building and just kind of casually walk up and just snag an apple. No payment, no intention of payment, no intention of stopping walking, just apple in hand and keep it moving.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. It's pretty easy with how busy it is. And also, you've staked out this market for quite a while. You're very easy to just palm that apple. What kind of apple is it?
It is the only apple that anybody should ever waste their time with.
Say
and that's
it.
a Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp.
That's a Honeycrisp, baby.
I need Pink Lady Nation to rise up. Pink Lady Gang, where are you? Let me hear you. Sound off in the comments, Pink Lady Gang.
That's on you, nerd.
Rise up.
Yeah, easy. After you chomp on this apple, looking
Sure.
at the doors, eventually you see this half elf leaving the bank, kind of looking around, and then just start yelling at the top of his lungs, Bragg? Bragg! And his little warforged is clearly trying to imitate that.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably sell that warforged for a ton of money.
Yeah, that's thought number one. Thought number two is, nerd it is.
You see a shady goblin approach him, and they start having a conversation. You're fully aware of how long he's been putting money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
If you could work some fiddlesticks on that, it's a great payday for you. But it looks like this goblin might get it before you do.
Well, the first thing Fiddlesticks is going to do is just sort of lightly follow this situation, just from a distance, a respectful distance, but close enough to hear enough of what's going on to sort of grok the situation, if you will.
Yeah, as you tail them, a giant bald man steps like in front of you. Also, you after following him for a little bit, you're like, oh, he's going to the same place that I am. And you can see a little window above like the door where someone who has your talents could kind of perch to watch the scene happen.
Does the bald man appear to be connected to what's going on, or just a random large bald man?
He's following. You at least put the pieces together that he is clearly going to do something that's a part of this deal, whether that's intervene or he's the secret muscle or something like that.
Got it. Okay. Fiddlesticks is going to scramble up to that second story window post haste.
Yeah, you get up there and you see that the bald man has snuck up behind Davy and just like cradled him. You can see like the heartbreak on Glint's face as he turns around and realizes what's happening. And when Glint isn't looking, the goblin has taken these bags of money and like leaves the room.
Mm-hmm. Fiddlesticks is filled with a surprising amount of rage that someone would scoop up this metal being and take it from this sad nerd. Fiddlesticks decides to firmly plant himself and wait for the situation to disperse and then confront Crag himself.
Okay. Yeah, so Glint and that group leave towards the ship. And the doors, he just kind of leaves it open as they exit.
Now that they're gone, Fiddlesticks drops down directly in front of Crag. Superhero landing style, fist on ground, one knee down, slowly stands up and looks Crag in the eyes.
It hurts. Your fist for sure hurts.
It doesn't feel great.
The blade pose?
Blade pose.
It doesn't feel great. And Fiddlesticks looks Crag square in the eye and says, "Why'd you let your friend do that to that tiny, shiny metal baby?"
Are you here about my list?
I'm here about why your friend thinks that it's okay to mess with shiny little babies.
Well, bud, I hate to break it to you. And he like kind of looks up and is like, you're kind of tall for a halfling.
Say it again and watch what happens. I'm serious.
Like doesn't recognize that it's an insult and is like, anyways, I mean, my hands are tied. I just run my little market and occasionally some pirates intervene because it's pretty easy prey.
So you're telling me that shiny baby and that big nerd have been taken by pirates?
That's right.
Fiddlesticks pulls a scrap of paper and a quill from his pack, points it at Crag, and says, "Draw me a map, mama."
Okay. And he opens his like trench coat pocket and like just flickers out a golden quill. Like licks the tip and just like very quickly scribbles like the path through the market to the docks and then to the ship.
Fiddlesticks thanks him, folds up the map, and takes off towards the pirate ship at a clip.
Okay. Yeah, you're hustling through the market, dodging people as you do.
Grabbing apples. I mean, anytime there's produce of any kind, it's just like boop, 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 boop.
You think you're going to grab an apple, you actually grab a red onion.
Thrown overhead while moving, no break in stride whatsoever.
And then eventually...
One bite, though. That's how we find it. It's a bite of the red onion then over the head.
You hear like, hey.
It was that guy.
And pretty quickly you get to the ship. You can see like the ramp that leads up, and there are pirates like carrying crates and getting ready to set sail.
Is Glint or Davy with like? Have I made it there fast enough to see them being boarded on this ship, or is it just there?
You see them just as they're like being ushered down the stairs.
Perfect. I run up the gangway with my wrists together and out in front of me.
Captain Vance is just standing at the end of it like, welcome aboard, matey. And just like ties your wrists. Like, it seems like you know where to go.
And I just follow, I think.
And Glint is
so
like so concerned with Davy that he doesn't hear you like let it get surprised by you. Be like, okay. Like kind of gently push you in the back and lock the cell behind you.
Right. I have to ask for the socks.
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody else got socks?
Then it's like, your socks look kind of dirty. Here you go.
Some dirty socks.
You're in this prison cell. You've got the key. The door is locked in front of you, and across the hall there seems to be another prison cell, but the hallway does branch off to the south.
Anybody opposed to me seeing if I can use this key to unlock this door?
Absolutely not.
I wish you would.
I roll for unlocking. I roll my key stat.
No need. You are able to unlock it, and the door swings open.
I thought you were gonna like make it into a keyblade or something, but that's fine.
That's the power of the keyblade.
Best I can do is glowing key.
Oh, great cool. All right,
Cool.
Yeah, you find yourself in this hallway.
Yeah, I would imagine since I unlocked the door, I'm at the front of the group. I'm stopping at that branching hallway and taking a look down to the right to see where it goes.
Yep, there's another door at the end of the hallway.
2 doors.
Okay.
This one's made of, the one to the south is made of wood. The one to, I guess in front of you guys is locked, and it seems to be another prison cell.
Can we see through it?
Yep.
Can Fiddles take a peek around through the gate without opening it?
Yeah. Inside is, there's another bed that has deteriorated over time. There is a little, I guess, skeletal remains are on the floor. You can see that with these remains include some chains that have slipped off of this skeleton at some point, and a dagger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that dagger for certain. Is the I try to open the cell door.
It's locked, but if you get that key, it opens up.
Glint,
I toss it to you.
catch, roll for catch.
You catch it.
There's a drain and there's clink, 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 clink.
Yep. Door opens up, and you are able to pretty easily go get that dagger. And you do, again, note that there are some chains on the floor if you wanted to pick those up.
Oh, they're not like it wasn't chained to something. It's just loose chains.
It looks like at some point it was chained to the bedpost, but with the deteriorated wood, you could pull it off pretty easily.
It seems like there's some loot in here. I think it's only fair that we split it up evenly. So I'll probably take this dagger, and if anybody wants these old chains, you can feel free to grab those, or I can grab them for you, and we can sort of negotiate a deal for the chains. Whatever you want to do.
No need.
Yeah, you can hang on to them.
I do pocket the chains.
They're half your body weight.
Yeah, my pockets are bulging.
Encumbered as hell, honestly.
Just 1,000 ball bearings and chains.
I'm the loudest rogue of all time.
Yes, before Ridley leaves, I'm just because I'm at the back. Is the giant doing anything? Are they trying to come in? Or is there any chase there at all?
They're very curiously looking at the rotted fruit over here, but they honestly kind of seem to forget that you guys were there.
Does the message play continuously, Doge, or is it just a one-time?
No,
thing?
it keeps going over and over and over again. So those stinky, mushy fruit barrels keep being like, "Hey, giants, come over here. Look at this."
And they're trying to talk to it
We're right here. I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
Cool. Okay, then I'm following. Is there anything else in this prison cell?
Not that you can see. No one has really looked around in here other than at the remains.
Oh, I thought that's what I did through the cave. Oh, is it different now that the door's open?
You could roll an investigation check to find out.
Oh, I would definitely like to do that then while I'm in there.
Okay.
Roll an investigation check. That would be a 6.
Ooh.
Seems like a normal room.
Some ragged sheets. Yeah, that's about it.
No. I'm gonna look.
That's probably wise.
He said that it's just normal room.
Thank
he's-
you.
Fiddle's pants are kind of falling off because of the...
He also put chains in his pockets.
He needed them.
Fiddles is pulling up his pants every 3 seconds.
Leadhead's like,
You probably use the chain as a belt.
Oh. Leadhead's going on my nice list. Fiddles does do that. Roll for belt.
Ridley goes in quick with a 17 investigation into the prison cell.
Investigation.
you see that there is a matching secret door here that's on the other side of the remains of the bed.
Is there
Whoa, hey.
is there a stone as well?
This one seems to it's a part of the wall, just from looking at it. You could...
Okay.
I mean, the wall is crumbling. You know yourself. You could probably push it down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna push it down. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he is.
Give me a athletics check.
I believe this will cover it.
Nice.
15 plus 4, 19.
It's pretty easy. You crumple this wall, and beyond it is a little hallway that leads to a hole in the floor that's been dug into the rock. You can tell at one point there was a rope that descended below, but it has frayed over time.
So I'm looking into straight down into a hole?
Yep. Well, once you get to this end, yeah.
I mean, can I just dark vision down that hole? Can I just look down and see how
You have
deep
60
it is?
feet of dark vision?
Yeah.
It's deeper than that.
Hey, Fiddlestick.
Yep.
Can we get one of those ball bearings, please? One of the glowing ones.
My friend, I thought you'd never ask. Fiddles does give one of the glowing ball bearings to Ridley.
We drop it down the hole, and three of us crammed in this tiny hallway are just watching.
Looking down.
Take one down, throw it around. 999 ball bearings are left in the bag.
Noted.
It descends for much longer, about 100 feet before you can see it hit the ground and kind of illuminate some stone down there. Roll if you're trying to catch what is around it, you could roll a perception check with disadvantage.
I rolled a 2.
A 9. Yeah, I had a 5 plus 4. So.
You guys squint your eyes and look, but it's hard to tell. It looks.
It's a hole.
Yeah, it's a hole. You're gonna need to find a way to get down there, but other than that, it's a hole. It's dirty.
Fiddles hastily runs to the nearest wall so that he can sort of like smarmily lean up against it and just goes, "Boy, sure would be nice if somebody had a long, sturdy chain. If only one of us had the forethought to snag one."
I don't think that you have 100 feet worth of chain in your pockets right now, son. You're telling me that they put up a regular prisoner with 100 feet of chain?
Fiddles lays out what is very clearly about 3.5 feet of chain. And it's just like, I see it now.
Donnie looks around, and I think he's closest to Fiddle and Ridley right now, and he's like, are there any of you that would be willing to go on down there? I think I know of a way if you want to get down.
Fiddle's avoiding eye contact is strangely quiet.
Well, I don't know that I want to break up the team.
Oh, I could send you all down. It's just a matter of like, if you even want to go.
What do you think, Sue?
I will absolutely go down. If that's what the team needs, I am herd chef. I got you. You just tell me where to go and I will be there. I will say I cannot see. So.
Do you have one of the lights on you?
Oh, Fiddles runs a bearing over to Sue and then pulls a second bearing out of the bag and just looks at Sue and says, "I'm not sure that I could live with myself if I let anybody go alone."
Aww.
Aw, cute.
Besties.
Just two little friends.
Donnie looks down. He actually would like probably bend down a little bit. And he was like, here's the thing. I do have a way to help you kind of hover on down there, but you're going to have to jump first. How do you feel about that? I feel like you're both pretty capable of something like that, but y'all ready to try this out?
Can I just jump?
While I'm talking to both of you?
Yes.
She just runs. That's amazing.
I heard that you gotta jump and Sue is, you say jump, I say
Sue has jumped.
Too late, I already did.
Fiddle's eyes are huge and just follows suit, baby.
Amazing.
Donnie, what are you doing?
One of Donnie's cantrips is Featherfall.
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
Which is cast with a reaction. So, like, when they jump,
yeah.
you have to cast it now.
Amazing.
Yes, it's immediately. So they've both jumped, and I have just like two little finger guns.
So sick.
Just like.
Who else did you cast it on?
I mean, I can have up to 5 people. So
are you gonna?
I mean, if anybody, because it does take up a spell slot, I think.
Yeah, Donnie.
So,
I'm gonna need help here. We can't split up like this. I don't trust them down that far.
Fiddles and Sue are just slowly falling like, now they tell us.
Great idea. Got to hurry. And I give him a little push and just push him behind him to jump as well. If he's not, jumping on his own, I'm like, help, because they've jumped. Like,
No.
It's seconds.
Perfect.
Now. That's just going to be the split. Because I don't even know if there's enough time to y'all want in? Because they're literally falling down.
Yeah. You just hear, oh shit!
So after the push, I'll say then after the push, Donnie gets his flute out of his pocket and throws it up into his mouth, and then is using his hands to point and just playing like a little tune or whatever, and then just is casting Featherfall.
Handing the flute?
That's amazing.
Honestly, incredible.
It's more of like a
recorder,
a kazoo.
I can get enough. I just had to get some sound out. To cast it.
Can Glint hold Davy as he feather falls, or do we have to have a separate cast on Davy as well?
I didn't jump. I'm still up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't jump. It's only the three of you guys that have jumped right now. And so I will cast that bad boy.
Glint wants to jump, but he is way too afraid to do that. He doesn't necessarily trust that Featherfall would work.
After slowly descending down, you guys realize that the stuff that you weren't quite able to make out was spider webs.
Oh, no.
Cute.
That's bad for Jordan specifically.
Spiders? Why does it always have to be spiders?
I'm in hell.